everybody! I'm here today to show you how to adjust a hockey helmet. This will be a full tutorial and also an easy and simple tutorial. So let's get right into the video. As you can see right here, I have this hockey helmet that's on my head. I'm going to easily remove it so I can show you how to adjust it. The first adjustment that you might be able to make is by removing or adjusting the padding on the inside, okay? So you might be able to remove this padding or adjust it. Now be careful because you don't want to remove the essential padding. In this helmet, this padding is essential for the safety, so I can't remove this. But in some other helmets, you might get some additional pads that you can adjust and remove to make it more or less comfortable for your head. But don't remove the essential, the necessary padding from the helmet. Now, if you take a look, if your helmet is adjustable, you might be able to adjust it to make it longer or shorter, which also will make it a little bit wider or not so wide, okay? If you take a look, there might be two screws, one on either side of the helmet. So on this helmet right here, there are these two screws. If I take them and if I loosen them, just like this, I'm just going to loosen up the screws. You don't have to remove them, just loosen them, okay? And they're just on either side, as you can see right here. If I loosen these screws over here, I can actually take the helmet and now I can adjust it. So check this out. I can take it and I can make it bigger or smaller. So if you see right here, I'm making it bigger or smaller. It sort of runs along a track, okay? So you can see right there, I'm making it larger or smaller. That's the first adjustment that you can make. The next adjustment, and that's a possible adjustment, it's not going to be with all helmets, but most of the time you are going to get that very simple adjustment for the size of the helmet. It gives you a little bit of leeway, depending on, you know, your head and how much hair you have, or none, in my case, and stuff like that. The next adjustment is going to be for your cage over here, okay? So if you take a look where the cage lands, it's going to land in these clips right here, okay? They sort of look like J's, and sometimes they're referred to as J clips. So basically your cage is going to land in those clips. What you can do to adjust where the cage lands is loosen the two screws that are holding those clips in place. I can loosen these screws, okay? Once again, just loosen them. You don't have to remove them. We're just going to loosen them. Once you've loosened them, okay, then you can take your clips and you can move them up or down onto the various openings. So you can move them up or down, and that's going to affect where the cage lands. Obviously, if you move them further up, the cage is going to close more because it gives it more distance to travel. If you move them down instead, then the cage is basically going to not close as far in towards it. In some cases, you might have to remove the clips, remove the screws entirely and adjust the clips. It all depends on the helmet, but once you get, I'm not going to move my clip because that's where I need it for my helmet. But once you get your clips where you want them to be, just tighten those screws back up very simply. Make sure you tighten them up. And make sure they're nice and tightly tightened, because if you keep them a little too loose, then your clips might move and then it might cause a problem. The next adjustment that you can make is for your strap. Okay, now this is going to be your chin strap, the piece that sort of straps on to hold the helmet in place. And it's just going to be likely just a little piece like this. And basically what you want to do is you want to pull the piece of fabric out from here. So you're pulling it out from here, and then you can adjust it. So now I can either adjust it to make it a little bit tighter by putting this side forward, or looser by pushing this side forward. Then let's say I wanted to make it looser, I would push this side through, and then I would pull the opposite side, okay? Let's say I wanted to make it tighter, okay? I pull this piece of cloth out. If I want to make it tighter, I push that side through like that, okay? And then I pull the other side. Very simple and straightforward. And then the next adjustment is going to be the same thing, but with the cage strap. So these are the cage straps. Basically, when you strap on your helmet, you pull the cage back and it clips into place like that, okay? You push them into place like that. I'm having difficulty because there's no resistance. There you go. If you want to make them tighter or looser, it's the same thing that I just showed you with the chin strap, but you're going to be doing it with these. And obviously you want to make sure you make the adjustments on both of them. You don't want to make this one much longer and then leave this one the same if they're already at the same length. You want to make sure they're the same length. As you can see, mine are roughly the same length. You want them to be the same length. That's it. That is how to adjust a hockey helmet. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.